Mom. Hey, can you buy me this? No, honey, it's too expensive. Oh. Hmm. Wonder what I could do to get this. Hey, Mom, can I get a job to get the laptop? Of course. Yes. I finally got it. My laptop. Look at it. Look at it. Shouldn't it be faster than this? Technology. From computers, laptops, to tablets, to phones. We all used to have one of these. Or if you're like me, you have all four because you're an enthusiast or you're obsessed with it. Let's go. Hi, how are you? As a kid, I never had any big fancy machines to play games on. We had a few consoles like the N64 and its predecessor. Look, the word kids, I am not a dictionary, okay? The NES, not the Super Nintendo. The NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. My little kid brain went ham when I figured out I could move a car on a screen by pressing a button. Granted, the car was like 4 megapixels, but still, it was something cool. The N64 was definitely a device to remember for my family, especially considering it was where me and the rest of my siblings got our love for gaming. Me and my second oldest brother especially fell in love with it. Collectively, our favorite game in it was Smash, but my brothers of course loved Majora's Mask. And I mean, who doesn't like a classic Zelda game? Me personally, I can't sit through games like that because ADHD, but I really enjoy watching it. Especially the graphics for a game like that, and the music was just perfect. I guess you could say it lasted through the test of time. Other than those two consoles, we really didn't have any other technology for a while, which I'm glad that my parents really didn't buy us any games because I do feel like I had a really good childhood outside of all that I can really cherish. I won't go into that fully, although I will say spending time with your kids, bonding is important, and the bonds that those kids make with other people is also important, if not maybe I want to say like second to equally as important because it helps build their personality. Just a little bit of dragon wisdom. After a while, our uncle eventually gifted us his old Xbox. Notice how there's nothing after that. Like it's just Xbox. This is where me and my brother really got into gaming. Halo, Halo 2, and Wolfenstein were total upgrades compared to what we were playing. Also, shout out to those who knew what Wolfenstein was. It's a good game. Not to mention, this is also where in my head Tony Hawk Pro Skate became into like existence. Which outside of Halo, we spent like hours and hours on Pro Skate. Again, the cycle happened yet again. Our uncle gave us our second-hand original Xbox White 360 Xbox, like the original Xbox 360. It's the white version, which again, it stepped up our experience. We played Halo 3 and Minecraft on it, which was really fun. Now the DS is its own little category because these things are the peak of gaming in my childhood. Handhelds were always a like mystery to me because it was so small and I just couldn't understand how that works. Even though now, like with small electronics, like phones, I've replaced phone screens before on my personal phones, and like it's still very intriguing. Now, I've played my fair share of handhelds: Atari, Pac-Man, Dug Dug, Asteroids, and other Atari games I probably couldn't remember the name of, but could tell you I've played them based off of seeing them. Now, those classics were one thing, but when the DS came out, specifically the DS Lite, all of us wanted one. All of my siblings, we all got one actually eventually. I remember having my blue DS Lite. I remember played that thing to death. It literally like would not turn on one day. After that, I moved to DSi, which I played that till the button started having issues. I got the new 2DS, the one that folded. I just kind of grew out of that eventually, and I actually stepped on it, and it cracked the screen, which makes me kind of sad because it was actually a pretty good DS. I wonder if I can find like a replacement screen for it. I probably could somewhere. Though I do have a funny story when I was younger, playing the DS Lite. I used to get really car sick when I played the DS. If I don't eat, I'll get sick, and while using my phone. But you can imagine the chaos that unfolded when we're on a 3-hour car drive and just oh, oh hey mom, I don't oh god, honey, go get the bag.
Oh no.
Let's just say I didn't play it in the car for a while. for obvious reasons. Now, as years passed, better and better systems came out, but I eventually got turned on to PCs, especially when I started working. I actually started working to get my first laptop, which turned out to be absolute crap. I eventually found the furry fandom not too long after that, which is a tale for another video. That's another 15 minutes. Good lord. I remember watching like YT videos online. It started out with Josh Dub, then moved to like Lolathon. Finally found Fur Chat. I watched a lot of YouTube when I was like in my early to late teens. So I just kept following an endless rabbit hole until I found myself watching furry creators, which Yiker was the first suitor I watched. Hi, if you're watching this, I love your videos. Which I'm surprised it wasn't beta, because according to him, and I even agree with this, he's normally the first creator that people normally watch or see pop up. But outside of that brain rot I endured on YouTube, I really fell in love with VR through videos. I got my first headset, which is the Oculus Quest 2, which is actually the one you're hearing right now. At the time, which was the newest. I totally wasn't peeved when I found out that the Quest 3 would be coming out just a few months after I got it. Though I'm low-key glad I didn't get the Quest 3, considering some very important things. At least for me anyway. The mic quality, the battery life, tracking, and sound are just genuinely better on the Quest 2. Don't get me wrong, the Quest 3 is visually, it beats the Quest 2. But the Quest 2 already has such a great value for a standalone compared to some of the other PC VR headsets that go for 500, 1,000. I actually have one. Let me show you the mic. Holy shit. Okay, I am never recording with the HTC ever again because the HTC, I can barely see what I'm reading. So, that just increase my resolution. I have to like keep my, I just have to like right against my face to see it. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. This is the first gen HTC Vive. Oh my gosh, I can't see my script. Cons, or well, one's obvious. The resolution, chonky. Like, I can like smell and taste the pixels right now. Chonky controllers, the infrared base stations, because I can do this because I have base stations now. They hate sunlight, unlike me, so tracking issues and highlight are always a thing. Pros, it has 110 FOV, which is amazing. Tracking when it works correctly, because I can put my hands behind my head and stuff, and eventually if I ever want to get pulled by tracking, I can do that with base stations. Also, high-res audio output. For those of you who do not know what high-res audio output, it is like a certified like thing where like they put it on a box and that means it is actually really good, which is amazing because I'm very much into sound. Which that headset takes me into my next subject. Okay, now I'm actually going to change out of this headset because I don't think you want to hear this microphone, and I hate wearing this thing for like actual production. So I'll be right back. So I'm back with the Oculus because thank God for this thing's mic and resolution. I can see everything now. But before I got the HTC, I worked for a few months to be able to build and afford this PC that I put these glorified slideshows together on. Now, this is actually my second channel. You will never find my first channel because I'm honestly embarrassed of it. I don't know, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll release that information. But like as of now, no. The PC took me from the time marching band camp to the time of October, which is about 3 months of my senior year. My cousin really helped me build it as well because, again, this was my first PC, which actually solidized my interest in repair, like technology and stuff like that, which is what I'm pursuing now. So that was a lot of talking about tech, but I really love it. So I'm gonna end the video right there. I hope y'all enjoyed. Also, I will say this just really quickly. Don't be surprised if in a couple weeks I don't upload because I will be out of town seeing family. There might still be a blooper video, but I don't know at this point. Alright, I love you guys. See you later.